Today, we are diving into a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a while because it's something I see over and over again in the financial education world. And honestly, I think it's keeping a lot of women stuck. If you've ever taken one of those traditional money archetype quizzes that tells you you're a saver or a spender or an avoider or a planner or maybe a pleasure seeker or whatever the archetypes of the week might be, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And here's the thing, these archetypes are not wrong, but they're also not enough. And for women especially, they can be incredibly limiting. Because while they might give you a little aha moment, they don't give you the whole picture. They don't show you why you do what you do, or how to shift it, or how to actually grow into a more empowered version of yourself. They put you into a box, a tidy little category. And women, by nature, we don't fit neatly into boxes. So today, we're going to explore why traditional money archetypes fall short for women, and then I'll share why the money goddess archetypes are a much more empowering, holistic, and accurate way for women to understand their behavior around money and transform it. My name is Victoria Chervenkova, or simply Vixie, a certified holistic financial planning coach, author of Unleash Your Inner Money Goddess, and host of the Money Goddesses community on School. I love helping ordinary women just like me and you transform from wealthless earner to money goddess so that they end the confusion around managing money, reconnect with their inner wisdom, and use practical, financial experts backed strategies to finally start building the wealth they deserve. Before we jump in, let me remind you this is not about judgment. This is not about saying anyone got anything wrong. It's simply about awareness. Awareness of where old systems fall short, of what women actually need, and awareness of how you can understand yourself more deeply. So, let's begin. Most traditional money archetype systems categorize people into types. You've probably heard some of these: the saver, the spender, the avoider, the planner, the caregiver, the risk taker, the security driven, or the pleasure seeker. You take a quiz, it spits out your dominant type, and you're supposed to go, oh, that explains everything. Well, it doesn't. The truth is, these archetypes only describe your behavior. They don't explain it, they don't transform it, and they don't empower it. They don't tell you where those habits came from. They don't tell you whether they're rooted in trauma, socialization, or conditioning. They don't tell you how to shift them or how to integrate the parts of you that contradict that single label. Because guess what? We, women, are complex, layered, cyclical beings. Our relationship with money is connected to intuition, cycles, creativity, receiving, giving, nurturing, boundaries, safety, self worth, and so much more. Trying to reduce that to a single type is like trying to describe the entire ocean by pointing at one wave. Let me tell you a bit more on why these archetypes don't work for women. Reason number one, they simplify your behavior into a fixed box. Women are not this or that. We are both and. We are multifaceted. We evolve. We shift with seasons, life phases, hormones, pregnancies, identity changes, responsibilities, and spiritual growth. Labeling you as a saver or a spender is like freezing one moment of your life and pretending it defines your soul. It doesn't. Reason number two, they ignore emotional, intuitive, and energetic dimensions of money. Traditional money archetypes treat money like a math problem. But women, for us, money isn't quite math. It's emotional, it's relational, and it's spiritual and energetic. And traditional models do not touch any of that. They don't acknowledge intuition. They don't acknowledge receiving energy. They don't acknowledge the internal seasons women move through. It's like trying to describe a forest focusing only on the trees but ignoring the soil, the roots, the animals, the weather, the seasons, all the things that actually shape the forest. So far, so good? Okay, I have two more reasons to give you, and the next one is pretty harsh. So, reason number three, they reinforce shame. If you're labeled the spender, then you might feel irresponsible. If your label is the saver, then you might feel boring or overly cautious. If it's the avoider, you might feel ashamed. And if it's the planner, you might feel too rigid or too serious, and so on and so forth. Women already carry enough shame and guilt around money, thanks to generations of conditioning. We don't need another label telling us what's wrong with us. We need a system that shows us our power, not our flaws. And that brings us to reason number four. These archetypes don't explain the root of your patterns. Traditional money archetypes tell you how you behave, but they don't tell you why. They don't address the good girl conditioning, generational trauma, social expectations, feminine wounding, nervous system patterns, identity, self worth, boundaries, receiving blocks. If you only understand the symptom, you can't heal the cause. Now that we've seen why traditional money archetypes don't serve us that well, let's take a brief look at what makes the money goddess archetypes different. For those of you who might be hearing this for the first time, the money goddess archetypes include five distinct goddesses from ancient Greek, Egyptian, and Hindu mythology that represent a variety of feminine strengths, patterns, and shadows when it comes to money. We have Athena, who stands for clarity, strategy, and sovereignty. We have Lakshmi. She's all about receiving, flow, abundance, worthiness. Then we have Hecate, and she stands for intuition, shadow work, and transitions. We have number four, Isis, who is all about creativity, resourcefulness, alchemy, nurturing. And finally, we have Persephone, who represents cycles, identity, and rebirth. These archetypes don't box you into a type. They simply reveal the parts of you that are active, those that are asleep or in your shadows, or those parts that are trying to emerge. Therefore, you are not a saver, you are a woman who might be overusing Athena and underexpressing Lakshmi. You are not a spender, you may be expressing shadow Lakshmi or creatively channeling Isis without Athena's boundaries. And you're not an avoider, you may just be stuck in a Hecate transition without Athena's clarity or Persephone's grounding. Do you see the difference? Traditional archetypes describe your behavior. Money goddess archetypes reveal your inner landscape, your gifts, your patterns, your cycles, your shadows, and most of all, your invitations for growth. Now, in closing, we cannot deny that traditional money archetypes may have given you glimpses of yourself, but they cannot show you your truth. They cannot show you your wholeness. They can't show you your feminine power. The money goddess within you is already there. She's just waiting for you to see her. And if you want to discover which goddess leads your money story right now and which shadows or blocks might be shaping your behavior, then I warmly invite you to join us inside the Money Goddesses School community. There you can take the Unveil Your Inner Money Goddess quiz, get my book, Unleash Your Inner Money Goddess, for free, and join dozens of thought-provoking discussions with other amazing women from all over the world on the same journey as you. All for less than what most of us spend on one little Amazon impulse purchase, and infinitely more empowering. Plus, you get a 7-day free trial, so there's literally nothing to lose. And if you enjoyed this episode, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you get notified when new content gets released. Thank you for watching or listening, and please remember to keep shining like the goddess you are.